Alrighty. Oh, whoa, my mic's like super loud. Yeah, that's probably a little better.
Up with it, people.
We're here. This is Rhythms, and
this is the Chocolate Lava.
The Chocolate Lava.
Nice to meet you, Rhythms.
Yeah, likewise. So we got Swift and Triffle here. What were they saying about Triffle? That they like asked him to come in or something, or? Apparently,
he's got friends in the Twitch chat who are calling out his name until they finally gave in and put him on stream. That's what I hear.
Okay. Well, I guess he just shows up, and here he is in Losers Finals, so definitely a strong player. I was watching him play against Tim earlier, and it was a pretty long set, so.
He might be in for another one here then.
Yeah, definitely. Same matchup. It's some nice offstage play here. Just I like this approach. A lot of people get a little antsy against ICs and try to do more than they need to, you know.
Yeah.
Then
against Sopo, though, it definitely always is beneficial to keep it simple, just like you see him doing. Just waiting, waiting for a commitment and then swinging.
Definitely liking it. So,
ooh, that's good CC there.
Yeah, definitely. Risky position for Marth and loses the stock to that roll up.
ICs almost have like a super CC because like if you hit the Popo first and then Nana, you still have the hit lag from hitting Nana separately.
Yes.
That gives you so much frame advantage. So that's what gave him that grab there.
Yeah, double the hit lag. Also double the shield hit lag, obviously, too. So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shield timing definitely messes everyone up.
Yeah, so definitely super critical to stay spaced against the ICs at all times. And Marth definitely has the tools here, but I'm just kind of curious how Swift's going to go about separating them.
I've seen him get a couple openings in game one. I wasn't commentating at that point, but and I saw he went for Popo a little bit too much there. He went for Nana, but got hit by Popo. So it's a delicate balance, especially in 2017. These ICs players don't just let you beat up Nana.
Yeah,
they're going to set up their strongest punish that they can get with Sopo every time you go for Nana.
Yeah, I don't know how long you've been playing, but because
couple years,
okay. Because like it was only until recently, like a couple of years ago, when there were like lots of like super dedicated IC mains, Like before like 2013, 2014, like if you got IC's practice, you were an anomaly. Like people just didn't play the character, let alone really wanted to put a lot of effort into finding all the right punishes on when people go after Popo or Nana.
Sure, yeah.
So,
I mean, we definitely had some solid ICs players for a while, but not as many as you have now. There's this new phenomenon of the the local wobbler. Yeah. That like shows up and starts, winning sets. That's not a thing that happened 2 or 3 years ago. Not that it's a bad thing. It's people are going to play the character.
Wobbling also wasn't legal across the board 2 or 3 years ago. So.
Yeah. That has been controversial as well.
Yeah. At
interesting down throw, reverse forward smash. You catch that?
Yeah.
That was a really cool setup.
Yeah. Was that just a down throw into that, or?
Yeah, down throw, just charge forward smash.
He sees the DIN, just knows it's going to hit the other way.
Ooh, gets caught. One thing people probably should know by now about the IC's side B is it's got a lot of lag, but only when Popo does it. When both of them do it, it's almost lagless. So it's
oh, you mean like when they land?
Yeah, after doing the spinning thing.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty deceptive. If you see both of them together doing it, you're not going to really get a punish.
Interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, but when you have them separated, free kill. So.
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh, the ice blocks
back here.
Makes it anyway. Ooh. Unsafe. Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's surprisingly difficult to stay safe against ice climbers.
Last stock he comes out with some desyncs. A little bit more than he was before. Maybe it could be a strategy to wait till last stock, throw out some of these noob trap desyncs, you could call them, right? Just jumping at the wrong time without looking at them.
Throwing out a lot of blizzards, a lot of ice cubes.
Yeah, because it does put you in a vulnerable state when you're shooting at these blizzards. Like you're separating a little bit. It's so hard to be precise enough to punish it. And then last stock, you're going to be so worried that you're probably not going to do it right.
Yeah, because the blizzard's obviously multi-hit attack, and it's kind of hard to time like a dash or like a wave dash or something at the right time. So people might get a little more leeway to get that grab. And
we see that immediate grounded neutral coming out from both players.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to look at not just what their first action they took in neutral was, but the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Triffle is reading he's not necessarily reading that he was going to down tilt, but then after the down tilt he dashed back. Triffle must be getting a feel for his secondary action somehow, because it's not just because of course down tilt's a great move in the matchup, but what do you do after the down tilt? If you get red immediately after the down tilt, it's over.
Yeah.
So you really have to keep mixing that up.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's going for a lot of more aerials. Getting punished for that.
Yeah, kind of. I see a lot of just jumping from Swift Base. I thought I might see more dashes into space fairs, but I'm not sure if you have any thoughts on why that decision's being made.
I think he's scared of dashing back because that's why he got grabbed.
Oh, you mean that they just will take that space with the fast wave dashes?
Right.
And after Bair's that not down really tilt, the greatest tool to,
Right. Yeah, right after that initial down tilt, he dashed back and got countered by the wave dash forward jab. So now he's a little bit scared to dash back. So he wants to forward air jump again or something,
That was good.
That's just my, what do I know?
Yeah, maybe, I'm just brainstorming here, but maybe wave dash back, down tilt wave dash back, and see what they're going to do.
Yeah, that might have even been better than dash in that case. Though, of course, you can't jump, I don't think, directly out of down tilt. You have to walk first.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do down wave dash, you're holding down so that if they jab you, you're grounded. You don't get knocked up into the grab.
Yes.
So maybe that's an idea. But still, it's kind of laggy to down tilt, then walk, then jump, then wave dash.
Yeah. It's something a lot of players don't know about is that you can actually dash back out of a crouch, but you have to. A Michigan player named Tran taught me about this, but you have to basically do it. You crouch and then you walk forward and then run backward because you can do anything out of a walk.
Yeah, that's one method of doing it. That's Cactuar's method. I forget. There's a couple things they call the Cactuar dash. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Although Gravy is a big proponent of back when he was 20GX.
Yeah.
You can actually dash back directly out of crouch without walking forward. It's just like a 2-frame input of going down to diagonal within 2 frames. So that's pretty hard. But that's what the Falcons do.
Wait,
so you don't have to walk forward out of crouch. You can dash back directly.
Oh.
But you have to move it very quickly.
Yeah.
So a lot of people just do the walk thing.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot easier to do that walking, but albeit maybe a little slower on the frames, but usually it's enough.
But usually in this, no, yeah, you're right. Oftentimes people will, the way Cactuar uses it was supposed to be out of dash. You dash and then you run and then you crouch. Walk forward, dash back. It's complicated when you say it all together, right?
Yeah.
But what that replaced was a lot of people, if they're running too far, they'll just wave dash. And so when he talked about this, he was like, oh, it's going to make wave dash obsolete in certain situations. And everyone was like, what are you talking about? This is not going to be hype. Yeah. And then it was not actually that interesting either.
Yeah.
Okay, he's keeping Popo juggled. But see, one mistake, and then he's back with Nana. He had them separated. He chose Popo. It worked out this time.
Ooh,
or did it? It didn't.
I don't know if that was a shield poke or if that was him reading the jump out of shield.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Wave dash down smash so fast.
Yeah.
It'll catch your bad timing out of shield. I don't know if it would poke a lot, but it has a lot of uses.
Yeah. Interesting.
Go on.
Oh yeah. Interesting thing about the down smash though is that it's super fast coming out behind because it comes out behind first and then swings around.
That's so cool. Okay.
So it comes out frame 5 or 6 or something from the back. So that's why sometimes you'll see Icy's players purposely facing backwards against an opponent because then you have access to the auto-cancel back airs and you have access to that quick down smash as well.
That's true. Mixing up, which way you're facing, honestly, that's important for a couple characters, I got to say.
Falco definitely one of them.
Falco, yeah. Falco, Puff, and Icy's are definitely all about whether they're backwards or not, and that makes a big difference for what game you're playing.
Yeah. Ooh. Gets caught with that blizzard.
could tell he was inching forward with the Blizzard slowly, and Swift was not drifting back. That's one of the things that they say is harder on these boxes, is precise control of your aerial drift, or at least intuitive control of your aerial drift. So maybe that was a weakness he saw, decided to exploit.
Interesting. You mean that the analog inputs actually just, because you would have to input a lot of different buttons just to get the same level of drift that you would just tilt the stick for, right?
Right. It's like if you wanted to drift directly 100% back, like you could do that. That wouldn't be hard. But if you wanted to like maybe drift forward and then drift back,
or like drift like halfway and then like full the other way or something.
Yeah, this kind of partial angles.
Yeah.
Like you have to know them. So really what you do with one of these boxes is you memorize a bunch for different situations. But then the individual situation of you using an aerial and then drifting is like there's so many variables. How close were you? You know, what are they doing?
Yeah.
What percent are they? Because that determines how many frames they have to act. So maybe you want to bait one thing versus the other.
Yeah.
It gets complicated. That's the Mango intuitive aerial drift stuff that he does, you know, without thinking.
Yeah. Just playing the game for so long kind of just builds that skill.
Yeah, and we've all built it, but with a stick.
Yeah.
You know, so when we try and switch to these boxes, it's very difficult.
Yes.
Oh, the down throw, down air, regrab.
That was a great. I mean, it seems staple at this point, but that was just a really good down air to set up for the grab there. But
absolutely. You have to sort of be aware of, I guess, the timing they're going to go for it. But this is the first time he's gone for it all set, so it's not surprising that it worked. And Marth, I think fast fallers might even have it easier because a fast faller just holds down on the C stick and they touch the ground. What you have to do there with Marth is that's what he did right there. He got it. Is SDI up and then jump away.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he did, but then he did a down air. Probably because he was holding something on the C-stick, so that could have got punished.
I was always told I had to smash GI the down air down and away.
Yeah,
but then,
that's for fast fallers.
But if they catch you on the other side, like I saw, he caught the down air on the other side of Marth and pulled him back into the ice climbers and then just grabbed behind him.
The reverse is crazy.
Yeah. But you just hold the C-stick down and then you just touch the ground?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to knock you down.
Right. It's a set knockback move, too. It pretty much will never knock you down.
Yeah.
The goal is to hold shield, SDI down, and then buffer a roll or a spot dodge. If you watch Chudat, one of the things he does these days is he'll do that setup and then just cover the roll away, because everyone by default rolls away because they're holding down and away, whatever. And he'll literally just down throw, down air, wave dash forward, down smash, and you're dead because you're holding away.
Yeah.
So people have been talking about all this Icy's counterplay. They've been saying, oh, if you just do this, then it's easy. But like, if you just do this, really it creates another mix-up.
Yes.
That if they know it better than you, they're still going to beat you. It's as if they wobbled you anyway.
Yeah.
So that's one of the tough things.
Yeah, and missing the DI on down smash is just so painful, especially as Falco or Fox.
Oh yeah, no, you just straight up die.
Yeah.
It's oof. No DI on that, yeah.
Yeah, the old school Noob Slayer with Ices was to just wave dash in and down smash people.
Don't forget forward smash.
Yeah,
forward smash if they jump, down smash if they run.
Yeah.
They're literally they're dead.
Yeah. The DI it wrong, they're pretty dead, so.
That's what my Ices do, pretty much. That. See there, you can think of it as a sequence of actions. Like he just did a wave dash back down smash.
Yeah.
It hit away, but he was at low percent or mid percent, so it didn't combo. Wave dash forward again. This time he did a jump back air. So like the down smash will catch grounded movement, and so if he senses that Swift is scared and is going to jump, that's what the back air caught, and that's what it did. So
yeah,
he's definitely putting together sequences of interactions that are punishing what he's noticing from Swift, from what I can tell.
Yeah,
that's what Melee is, right? So.
Yeah, it's definitely that counterplay. I just I didn't really realize that Ices were a lot stronger than I thought they were, because even a few years ago, the character's just seen a lot of development, honestly, because more people have been playing the character.
Absolutely.
So, in my experience, in the past, I would just create as Falco, I would create an F smash or just use the right throws, and they just simply wouldn't be able to get in. But there are definitely all these mix-ups that you're describing.
Oh yeah, and then they've been thinking about their neutral.
Yeah.
When you play a character like Ice Climbers, I'm not saying every Ice Climbers is good, but you can start playing better opponents quicker, I think.
Yeah.
If you just pick up Ices, because anyone who doesn't know how to L cancel, they just lose.
Yeah.
Anyone who like knows how to L cancel but hasn't practiced it against ices, which is like 80% of players, they're going to lose too.
Yeah.
So you get a free, you know,
you kind of get a
movement forward in bracket.
Yeah.
Then you immediately get to start playing better people, and then you start learning the game, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's a benefit. So their neutral games, they're not shabby at all.
Yeah.
Because they get to practice it every time they go to a tournament.
Yeah.
Against some of the best players in the room in bracket.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my opinion. I don't know if that's.
I mean,
going to offend some IC's mains. I don't know.
I mean, the theory makes a lot of sense to me. So.
Sure. But people say the same thing about Falco, which is true. Falco does get your free wins.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yes.
And yet it doesn't necessarily give you an opportunity to think more, in my opinion. So
you get to
now
a
I'm just
certain
ranting.
point, like halfway through. You get to a certain point about halfway through the bracket, and people know what they're doing against Falco.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but either way, Ice Climbers have made such, you know, progress. Such progress.
Yeah.
I go to school in Boston, so I'm a big member of the Boston scene. Like, I'm a big fan of Boston Melee and New England in general, right?
Yeah.
So I always watch. I get so excited when Infinite Numbers goes to things, which he hasn't in so long. I don't know if he ever will again. But we've been such a fan of watching him at every tournament bust out these new setups and just upset people, you know?
Yeah. I haven't really seen too much play from Infinite Numbers. Maybe that's just because he doesn't go to a lot of nationals. But
yeah, he doesn't really go to a lot of anything.
Yeah.
He shows up to locals and just commentates. He said he's a league player now or something. You know, it's all sarcastic. It's all sarcastic, right? But he doesn't like Melee really enough to play it. He just is really, really good at it, which is kind of nonsense. If you ask me.
Maybe it's because he plays Ice.
Yeah, I know, right? No, yeah. There's a funny. It's funny how New England is known for having Ices mains, but a lot of their Ices mains don't like Ices or don't like wobbling. Like BVB. I don't know if you've heard of Big Vegeta Blunts.
Yeah.
Legendary Ices player, in my opinion. Not really anyone else's opinion. Like, he's a great guy. He doesn't get a lot of good big wins, but he's so good and he knows everything about the character, you know?
Yeah.
And still, when I play him, like half the time, or when I see him in bracket even, he's not even wobbling. He's like, Ices are dumb. You know? Yeah. I'm like, dude, what? You've dedicated so much time to this character, and you won't go for the win sometimes. But
yeah, there's definitely a. I noticed that there are some players that are. Ooh, that's going to be. It's rough. I do notice, though, that some players like really seriously don't know how to conceptualize and talk about the game, but they're really good at playing it. And then there are players that are the opposite.
Yeah.
And, like, there's definitely a real component to the game that isn't theory crafting. Like, mindset is so huge.
Absolutely. No, you're so right. Oh, that's not looking good. Oh, he jumps out. But see, there's an aerial.
Situation.
See that aerial? That was, I mean,
yeah, he
so much lag after that bear.
Yeah.
That was a tight, you know, important L cancel on that fair.
Yes.
And to dash away. Because if they're facing that way, I mean, they're not gonna have an easy time.
I just don't like the full hop. You know, I don't want to say spam, but we take those. Especially saying we take those right now.
They say all you need is forward air and down tilt to win this matchup. That's what they say.
I'll believe it, but it's kind of a big patient chess match here. Yeah, we're seeing some more dash. Oh yeah, but dash attack is so risky. If you hit Popo, it's not very risky, but like if Popo shields it or dodges it.
He's calling out this forward movement with forward air, but like, see, it's not even just the fact that he's going to move forward; it's the timing too. And if you're off, like, it's over.
That's over. Ooh, he gets back. Oh, but catches the ledge reset, and that's
good stuff for Triffle.
Definitely
impressive
good stuff.
for sure.
Yes. Ooh, it's rough.
So we're going to get Triffle versus